Yeah, so let us go through the process. So this is the process we will just quickly run through it. So we have to create a on Microsoft account. That is what we will be doing now. What is on Microsoft account? I'll tell you. And then we have to access the LCS and the Azure Portal. Azure Portal is like not mandatory, but LCS is mandatory. You have to create the project because we have to create the project in LCS, and from asset then from asset level you have to download the VM files and do the setup. So this is the process that we are going to follow today. Yeah. Okay, just to give you an idea, so I think I have already told you when you have done the demo and everything. So there are few I told you about the single sign-on process, right? So if you remember that slide and everything. So right now, if once we have one Microsoft account created, so we can have one ID and then we can use different applications. So this is actually what we are going to do. We'll be creating an on Microsoft account, which is going to help me to access all the applications for Microsoft, which is my Azure portal, where I can go ahead, create users, add users, create few resources for doing everything for my storage account, creating any third-party integration, all those things. So that is being controlled from Azure. And then we have our LCS account, which is actually managing all my environments for my project environments. Okay, so that is my LCS account. And also, if you are having your dynamic system, then also you can use through that on Microsoft account. That we'll see now. Okay, and the third thing is, if again if you are using any other application or mounting any application, let's say CRM or Business Central, then also you can have the same account and you can go ahead and use that same account. So that is the idea of the single sign-on process, and that is why we need to create a non-Microsoft account. So if you have opened that link, it lands you into this page. Okay, now in this page, actually, if you go to the Microsoft homepage, this is actually a trial plan. Okay, so you are actually creating a account for trial, and from that account you have the access to have a LCS account, and then you can download all everything, and that runs for 1 month. So that is the plan as of now. If you do have to use it for more than 1 month, then you have to buy a small subscription, and that will see I mean when you can, that involves some money, right? Because Microsoft will ask you for some money. So that is, I think, minimal charges. I'll let you know the exact charges. I don't remember now because those keeps on changing. But if you're for your own purpose, if you're using that for any student account or for using for trial and everything, so Microsoft allows you to have this complete access for 30 days. And this access, whenever you have this access, you can access all the features. So no features is hidden or like not given or something. You have the complete access for all the features. Okay, so that is a good part of it. Okay, so yeah, so now we'll start the process. So I have actually created document. If some of you I will ask everyone to follow these steps. Okay, because creating this account and creating the project in LCS will not require any kind of specification in your laptop. It's just that when you download the PhD files, we'll go to that step. Then you will need that much of space in your hard disk, and when you try to mount that PhD into your as a VM, then you will need that Hyper-V manager, and which is enabled only when you have a professional or enterprise license. Okay, so that is a process. So let us go through all of us. So let us create this on Microsoft account, which will be used for further purpose. And here you just put any email, okay, your work email or something. So let's see. Or personal email also was, so I am giving some personal email. Okay, okay, so I think it gives you this message. So let us create an account. Okay, so setting up account. So fill up these details. So I think all these details you can just simply fill up. So in this process, as I said, I've created the document. So let me share the document. So I have taken all the screenshots. Okay, so in that screenshot, and here phone number is mandatory. Okay, if you have a phone with you now, use that phone number. Don't give other phone number, because next step it will send you a verification text message. Okay, so that is mandatory now. Okay, So let me share that document, and we can see from that we actually have taken screenshot for each and every page, so that helps you to see whatever data I have put in. Okay, so yeah, so let me share that. Yeah, okay, so I have like set it up like this. So you just give your name, and company, anything you give. It is These are just for Microsoft Analytics information, and give your phone number. Okay. So if you okay, so let me create something. So please follow the steps. Okay, so I think then we'll be able to complete it. Okay, so that is important. And the company name, everything you can give the same. Doesn't matter actually. But in the next page, we will have to give some information which is specific to our domain, because if we create a domain. So is it fine, everyone? So click on next, and if you will be landing into the page which is asking you to text or call, so I am sending text, so please select accordingly. Okay, so send verification code, and it sends me an verification code. Okay, okay, I received the code. So if you have received, please go through that code and create the verify. Okay, now you are landing into the page where you have to define your domain name. So domain name is nothing but if you are creating anything, any idea or something, right? So page, so it asks checks for a domain. So let's say you are working for a client company and they are implementing, so there also you can give your name as a company name or project name as a domain name. Let's say if you are implementing for TCS procurement team, right, and they are implementing Dynamics 365 application, so you can just give as a TCS procurement at the so your email IDs, all the user account will be like user1 at the rate TCS procurement dot on Microsoft.com. It's like this. So it's a kind of a unique domain name. So everyone has to put a unique name here. Okay. So be it your name, your email ID, or something like that. Okay. So let me put something, and then you check your availability. If it is not available, then please show me. So yeah, this will be your domain. So I have written like this like VPAPR22 at the dot on Microsoft.com. Okay. Everyone following the steps?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I believe this is pretty straightforward. There should not be any issues. Okay. So yeah, I think I was creating that, and we have yeah, I have created that, and we have once you are done, you should be creating and you having to create a user ID password. Okay. So in that user ID, put something which suits you. I have created a user for user one. You can also use user one or any user. So your login ID or credential will be looking like this: user one at the rate the name domain name dot on Microsoft.com. Okay. Any questions? I hope not. So please set the password and click on setup, sign up. So once you do the sign up, so it gives you this page. You are all set, everything is fine. Okay. So are we good? Are we all on this page, which says you are all set? Thanks for signing up Dynamics 365 C engagement plan. Is it fine?
Maitra,
Yes, please tell me.
create your business identity. What should I do here? Your business
Uh,
identity.
Create your business side. Okay, okay, okay. I think that was this page. Are you in this page? Create your business identity.
No, no, this page only.
You're in this page,
We,
correct? Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So here, as I said, this is just your domain name, what you want to create. Put anything accordingly and click on check availability, which shows if that domain is available or not. Okay, it's like if you have created a new website or something, you know that you have to choose a domain name, right? It's like that.
okay,
So you can put your name, like put your name and give the month like May 22 or something like that.
okay, okay, okay,
So put
Maitra.
it, I can write a 22 and you can just put check availability, so it is available. So it's like that. Once you have done with that, click on check availability and then click on next and you will be done. After, you have to create that user ID password rather, not the user only user ID, this one, and the password.
User ID means we can give them my name. User ID.
Sorry, what? Can you speak loudly?
Can I give my name in user ID
uh,
table?
anything.
I think.
This is the
Password.
user ID which, yeah, and password. So please remember that user ID and password. Okay.
It is showing here a password not contain a part of your email ID. Okay. Must.
Yeah, yeah, please. I mean, those are standard validation, right? Please do not use those kind of password. See, I mean, this data is actually stored into Microsoft. You can trust Microsoft. Microsoft doesn't store, I mean, sell data actually. Generally, they doesn't sell, but they do. But generally, they don't sell data. And if you are like concerned about using password, like if you are having a Gmail password or any other account password which you can remember, and you are concerned that you have to use this password, I mean, Microsoft, uh, they, I mean, they don't generally sell the data because they don't have to actually. So, I mean, that way your data is fine. Okay. Okay. So if you are good, everyone, so but then we have to let us. I think if you after this page, you have this get started page, and if you click on this get started page, it opens up that power admin, I think, yeah, admin center link. So that is fine. That there you can see your account details and everything. Okay. So
Can we select
I want,
meta?
yeah,
One more option is there. No? Would you like to like Microsoft to share my information with selected partners? So can I select them?
don't. No, no.
No.
If you want to share the information, then go ahead. Otherwise, I would suggest to do not click that. Yeah, this one, this checkbox, please keep it blank. Okay. Okay. If you are good, then I think it's fine. This is fine. If you click on this get started page, it is just will blend you into that admin center page. Okay. So that page is fine, but I want you to open two links rather. Okay. So one link is this one. First page, please, in the Google search window, just write lcs.dynamics.com. Okay, and open, click on this link, first link, and click on sign in. If you have already logged in, you will be automatically sign in. I am signing in, but please open this page. in just by the browser, just write lcs.dynamics.com. Okay, let me, okay, one second, I'll paste the link also. So I have pasted two links. So we need to open those links. Okay. So if I think one time you have logged in, that is enough. I think automatically LCS and Azure will take those credentials. Okay. So let me start this. Okay. Are you clear on this? How we are creating this? So if you have opened up LCS, and open portal.azure.com, and then first you will look into azure.com. Are you good with this part? Have you opened both of the links? And please come to this part, which is azure.com, portal.azure.com. Any question? Uh, will you
Indra,
open the?
so 1 minute. My internet is very slow. So I'm unable to.
Okay, okay. Okay,
One is
this link
LCS,
I
one link.
have written in the chat window, lcs.dynamics.com. And next one is portal.azure.com, and please we'll concentrate on this link first, which is our Azure portal. And in the login credential,
Yeah,
you'll
it is
automatically,
open.
okay, great. In the login thing, I think you'll automatically see it logs with your on Microsoft account. Okay. So this is the page for Azure. Okay, where you actually maintain all your uh, users, all your licenses, everything. So if you have your resource from the resources, if you go to your all your system, right, all your subscription, resources, dashboard, everything you have can maintain from it. Let's say, uh, take an example. If you go to your all resources, uh, landing page. Okay, so and you have these options. Okay, you can go with the free Azure trial, student benefit, everything. So you just go to, I think I clicked on the wrong part. Okay, So I think we do not have any resource that's not showing, but here it's the process, it's the page where we land up and we see everything here. Okay, if you want to create a resource, let's say take an example, if we have a integration. Okay, so which is the third party integration, and right now all the integration from dynamics system happens, any dynamic system happens through Microsoft O authentication, which is called OAuth, what we call OAuth 2 version, which is the uh, dual system authentication. So for that we need to have our we need to open our application to our third party application, correct? And for that we need to set them permissions and we need to give them permission key, access key, everything. So all those things you can come and you can see from here. Okay, for our work this page will not be that relevant, but this is important from the point of view that you can go ahead and play with this page later. But for our application, like whatever we are working for on Dynamics 365 application, you might not need to come here on a regular basis, but you need to know all the things, right? If you have to create users or manage your subscriptions, everything, right? If you go to subscription, uh, so right now you see we do not have any subscription because we have a free account. So if there's a client page, so there you can go ahead, add your subscription, everything, and it automatically it will show what subscription you have, how many users you have. Similarly, if you go ahead and you can have your all your like your storage account as your storage account. If I mean if you have any idea on that, storage account, your VM virtual machine, and if you are running any SQL databases online, all these things you can see from here. Okay, if you go to your Azure Active Directory, if you see here, I told you that that is the basic landing page where you go ahead and create all the domain, user domain, everything, right? So here it is the main Azure Active Directory, and from here you can go ahead and create your all your users and everything. Okay, so here you have this option of create user or user group and everything. So this is mostly an admin work, I can say, because if in your project you will not most of the developers they do not have this access for Azure, because if you need anything, those things are created and access are given to you. So that let's say you are working on integration, so I will go ahead create a um, access tool. I will give you the access key, permission, everything, and those data you can use in your code, or you can open your application through your code through that. But I mean this page generally you do not have the access for like regular developers. But if you are admin, if you are managing the system, then definitely you should have access, because this Azure Active Directory is important, where actually you have to go and add users where they can go ahead and use the system. Okay, so this is like our landing page. So just remember you have to, we can see our Active Directory subscription resources, and we have our all our, if you are, can go ahead on to create a storage account, everything. I think it's not possible to create a storage account from here. I think yeah, it's not. But yeah, all the other things, these resources are available. Okay, so this is the first part. If you're good with this, let's open this page, which is our dynamics, lcs.dynamics.com. Okay, is this page open for everyone? lcs.dynamics?
Portal.azure.com, do we have to do anything?
No, no, not now, no, nothing. It's
Okay.
just for information. Yeah, it's just for information. I mean, this is the basic page where you all the users, controls, resources are being managed, and this is mostly admin work. From the day one, if you are working in Dynamics as a developer, maybe you will not have to worry much about that Azure.
Okay.
But yeah, you need to have this knowledge for LCS. So okay, are you everyone on the LCS page? Can you
It is
please just
asking sign in.
sorry what?
It is asking sign in. Life cycle services.
Yes, yes, please sign in. Yes, please sign in with the account you created, or if you are already created, it will automatically take the login credential.
Okay. Yes, absolutely.
Okay, if we are good on this, I think that is okay. This page is actually LCS is nothing but it's called lifecycle services. It is nothing but used to manage all our project lifecycle. So it actually helps us to manage all our environment. So as if you remember, I told you when you buy a Microsoft license, your credentials, everything is set. Then you go to LCS, and by default you'll see environment like your development environment, test environment, and production environment created. Three environment by default Microsoft gives you. And development environment, you will have the complete access where you can open the virtual machine and you can work your development stuff. Okay. If you need to have other environments, you can get that from Microsoft for some charge. Let's say for maybe another development VM or another pre-production environment or what we call a staging environment. Those things you can simply go ahead and buy that. Okay. So this is an important page to know. I mean, this is very important because from here we are managing everything for our project. Okay. Right now you see this blank, so we will not see this here. We create the project, and this project is nothing but where we are our implementation project, right? Or other or a pre-sales project. This is the idea. Once this project is created, you will have these options enabled. Okay, right now I'll click on this and you will see all the options here enabled. Your project users, project settings, your asset libraries, everything will be enabled, and your subscription, everything. So from that you can do perform some action, and if you go ahead and see the project, you will see your changes. So this project I have created. I'll show you how to create it, but just to give you understanding, this is here you will see this is blank production configuration because this is a pre-sales project. Okay, so that is how we have created it. So if we have all these things, like right now in the pre-sales stage we are in the learning stage, then if we are have, let's say if you have tried this and if you are going to buy this after this buy, so the same account whatever you have done your pre-sales or on Microsoft account, you can use that for your development lifecycle, and this is the development lifecycle. So once you buy create an implementation project, you will start from seeing analysis, design and develop, testing and deploy, and everything, and also operate, and everything. All these stages are having sub stages or phases, what we call as phases. So if you go to here, then all these phases are here. So you have to, it's like a project life cycle, how we created to do our project. So whoever has worked on this kind of stuff, they will know this. So these are simple few milestones, rather few of the milestones in the project, right? So this is actually being useful for maintaining, managing our project, and all these stages. Whenever you are doing this, you can do it, complete those things.
Maitra, one quick observation. In the methodology, I'm seeing only 5 steps. For you, it
Yeah.
is showing 7.
No, no, no. But I am showing you from the project which I created. So let us create a project, then we'll see. Okay. So let us create a project. But I think first you will see only these three: learn, try, and buy. Then you will see this. So I'm just showing you the steps and how this once you create a project and how these things work. And once you have these, first of all, a pre-sales project, and that is you are seeing these steps. If you have created implementation project, you will not these 3 steps. You will only see from analysis. So let
Okay.
me create this one. Okay. So now if everyone is in this page, so please create on this click button plus, okay, and create a project. Click on this here, and we have these two options, finance and operation and nav. So we select finance and operations. Okay. Please select finance and operations. So if you have just to give you an observation, if you open Microsoft Dynamics trial page directly from Microsoft, then again you can create an account, which is the same way what how we have done. But if you have like selected a product like let's say Dynamics Sales or other application, I have seen that Microsoft has I think right now disabled this option, and by default it gives you an option to select from nav only. I don't know why, but that happened. Okay, so that so the link which I have shared you, that's a like a customer engagement trial plan, and that is why you are getting both the options, where you are seeing finance and operation or also nav. Okay, okay, everyone, please select this one. First one, select
How to
finance and
select the
operation.
product? Which one I have to click?
Just select this one and click here.
No, how to come to this form? What is the project for?
Here in this one
Okay,
plus create a project. Create a project.
okay.
Create a project. You have these two options and click on here, finance and operations. And we have these two type of projects. We'll select this one first and then we'll create a new one and we'll see the difference also. But I mean, you can go ahead and create that also. But first select pixels, click here and give a project name. I'm giving like let's say product version. By default it takes finance and operations. And industry you can give any industry, not an option. I mean not a problem. Manufacturing, distribution, anything. So just give anything. Let's say for logistics. And as I have already one project created, I am getting this option, import roles and user project. You will not have this option. Okay, this option, I think you will not have this. So I'm unchecking this, and if you have done, click on create. So everyone, are you on the same page here?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, please create the project. As I said, I have this only three options available because and do not have any environment because right now it's in very basic stage, which is the pre-sale stage. Okay, so this is not a problem, but again, go ahead and here click here this home page, life cycle services. Okay. Now create a click here and create a implementation project. Do not select pre-sales. Click a implementation project. Okay. Okay. This one was actually created.
It's not allowing us to create a project.
No, it is allowing. It is just asking me. I have already one created. I just wanted to show you from scratch. That is why I'm going ahead and create a new one. So select finance and operation and select implementation. I think the process remains same. Okay, so just I do
He's
not
asking for a pop-up. You want to create additional project, additional implementation project.
for
And
you.
when I say, yeah,
Okay, so first it should not ask you because the first project which you have created it's a sales project. It should not ask you. Okay, this is, I mean, you do not need to create this only. I'm just showing you the difference. That is why. So for implementation project, because our client projects are all implementation projects. So I just wanted to show you the difference, how it works. Because if tomorrow if you go and work in any other company and if you open LCS, you will see this kind of page. You will not see a pre-sales page, okay? Because it's an implementation project, and that is why I just wanted to show you the difference. So for implementation project, everything starts from this page, which is analysis, design, develop, test, and deploy and operate. These are the first methodology, and every methodology has different phases. So if you go to develop, all these phases, if you go to test, all these phases are there. Okay, so this is my plan. Okay, so this is just for your reference, nothing else. So I'll just actually delete the project. I do not need that as of now.
I'm getting this error message
Okay, leave it. Do not need to create the project.
because I guess already we have one implementation project. It's not allowing
uh,
us to create another project.
yeah, it's not an implementation for the this thing we have selected. Okay, leave that thing. We'll just concentrate on the pieces project we have created, which is this part. Okay. Excuse me. So I think we are on this page, which is the first project we have created, which is for our pre-sales, and here we need to have our VHD files. VHD files is nothing but our virtual hard disk files, which we enable us to help us to create that in virtual machine. Okay, so please select on here these three burger sign. You click on this burger sign, you will have this asset library. Okay, please click on this asset library. Excuse me. Yeah, and in the asset library, you have an option of downloadable PhD. Okay, please click on here, and you will see a blank page. That is fine completely, but please click here, downloadable PhD. Everyone getting this page?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, fine. And now, if you have blank, it's fine. Click on import. Okay, and you will see these files. Previously it used to show all the versions, but right now it has only showing the latest version, what the files are available. So these are my VHD files. Okay, and all these 9 files is important to have my VM. Okay, this is important. Please go ahead and pick one by one. Okay, one by one file. Please start from 1 to 9. Okay, and you have to do this. There's no other option. Go ahead and select all the 9 files.
Where,
First, yes, please.
where it is asset library option?
Here in this 3 burger sign, can you see? When you at the top, you will see this burger sign. If your project is created, then only you will see this. I mean this option, and you will have this option. And here you will see this asset library.
Yeah,
Have you created the project?
yeah, I created project.
Okay, then
VB
you
test project customer methodology learn try buy that page only.
and
Yeah.
here at the screen, look at the screen. If you are looking at the screen, at the top you will have this pane, right? Lifecycle services, then there is a burger sign. So click on this burger sign,
Yeah,
and you will get your asset library here.
yeah, okay, Meta.
Okay, great, fine. So once in the asset library, you will have this page which is downloadable VHD, and you will see a blank page, but no problem. Click on import. Okay, And once you start importing, it gives you all the 9 files for the VHD to VHD to be downloadable, and select each one of you. Do not skip any one of the file, otherwise it will fail. Remember, do not skip any one of the files. So all the files you should first pick, and then you have to download. Okay, yeah. So okay, I think we have created this. So first of all, this is not downloading. This is just selecting this file. Okay, so all these files you bring into your asset library in your downloadable PHP. If these 9 files are created, we have to download all the files. And if you click on this link, it will start downloading. Okay, and it takes time because the files are huge. As I told you, it will take some time for you. This is, I think, this file. So okay, just remember, once you start down, once you have downloaded from 1 to 9, so start from 1, then go up to 9. This all these folders will, one I think will not, I think, yeah, this is a separate file. This is an exe file. Okay, this is executable file. So once this all 9 folder files are created, create a separate folder and save those files. After that, this run this one file, as this is an exe file, run that exe file. Right, how we run an application when we download, right? So we can just go ahead, run as administrator and run that exe file. Once that is run, you will have a virtual hard disk file which will be created, and how that looks like I will show you. Let me show you, but first, just how to download. Please remember, click on this file. I think, does it show the size here? I think it should show. No, nothing, not showing. Okay, it is not showing the size here, but yeah, if you click here, it will just start downloading. If you click here, okay, see, it just starts. It is, I think, right now the size is 3 GB for this one. Similarly, let us try the new one. So this is also 3 GB. Okay. So as you understood, these are huge files. So I'm stopping this. So start one from one by one. Okay, or you can, I mean, you can go ahead and start at the same time. Okay. So yeah. So this is, you have to do, and if you see, this one is an exe file. If you see, this one is an exe file. So once all the files are downloaded, save into a folder and then run the exe file. Okay. Any questions here? I mean, you can start now also, no problem, but just remember, you have to have sufficient space in your laptop. So so today's session, I just wanted you to have this account created, know what is LCS, how to access. If in your laptop you do not have space, do not go and just try to have a hard disk and try to use that. That is not going to help. Okay. Otherwise, you can always get a laptop where you have sufficient space, and then you open LCS with this user account which you created, and then from that asset library you go and download in that laptop which you can use. Okay. And I mean, previously it would take around 90 and 100 GB, but I don't know total how much it will, the space it will take. I mean, you can tell me after the download. I mean, at least 90 GB it should take, and maximum 120 or 130 maybe. Okay. Okay, so this is the process. Okay, so you go and start your download at night or whenever you are working. So let me show you one thing. One. Okay. Once you have downloaded and that file is executed, it should open a page like this. I mean, the PhD will look like this. Okay. So this actually an old screenshot which I'm actually have to show you. But right now I haven't downloaded that. See, this is the old like a virtual hard disk, and this is the old version, which is the 17 version. Right now we are having the 24 version. Okay, so this virtual VM would look like this, and compressing all those 9 files, it will create this file. Okay, this will be created like this, and you can see the size here also. Okay, and this is the first thing, and then we have to have our Hyper-V manager enabled here. So if you see see this application will be enabled for you, Hyper-V manager. If you open this Hyper-V manager, how to mount that to Hyper-V manager I'll show you on Monday once you have downloaded this, because okay, this is my office name. Okay, so how I can go ahead and create a new server and new PHP, that I'll show you. But just remember, this Hyper-V manager should be active, and it is active only if you have your Pro and enterprise license enabled. And also one thing you have to do after you have this Pro enterprise license is you have to go to control panel. Okay, I think everyone knows like how to open the control panel. Right? Go to your programs and features. Okay, and click here, turn Windows features on and off. I'm just stopping my share because it will ask for few of the security questions and credentials. So I think if you're using your personal laptop, you will not get those questions and everything. Just give me 1 minute. Okay, okay. Let me open up quickly. Okay. Okay, so if you have clicked on here, turn on Windows features. I mean, your personal laptop will not have those things. Okay, so that is fine. Yeah, then this page opens up. Windows features on and off. If we are good with this page, if
Download
we
is
have
not
landed
completed,
in the
my
same.
friend.
No, no, I know. So I'm showing you which how to use that. And this Hyper-V manager should be active in your machine, and how to active that Hyper-V. Okay, that is what I'm showing you. And once the download is completed, if you have not completed that running that executable file, that is also fine. We can do that on Monday. Or I'd suggest you over the weekend complete the download and create that VHD file, which look like this. Once you have run that executable file, which is the file 1. Okay, remember to run the file 1, and please do not skip any one of the file. Please download all the files from 1 to 9. So it looks like this, which is a virtual hard disk, which is a VHD, and it will have a good size. Okay, now so for enabling the VHD, I wanted to show you how to do that. So control panel, go to your programs and features, turn on Windows feature, and will be landing into this page. Okay, and here you will have this option of hyper. Okay, and please check this Hyper-V. I mean, for some of you, if you do not know this, or if you have not used in any point in the, then it will be disabled actually. So that is why I am showing you how to enable this Hyper-V, and then you have this one, Windows Hyper-V platform. Okay, this one also we need to check Windows Hyper-V platform. These two you should check. So Hyper-V Manager 2 and platform, these two, and this one Hyper-V and the Windows Hyper-V platform. So once you check this,
Hyper-V,
click on OK, restart your laptop once, and once you do the restart, and sorry, what?
Hyper-V, and what else? What we have to?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'll share this document. If I'll share this document, I think I've taken the
Okay.
screenshot. This one Hyper-V, okay, and Windows Hyper-V platform. Windows Hyper-V platform. These two, okay. These two you have to check, and then you do a restart. And once you have done the restart, then you come to your search window and you will find your Hyper-V manager. Okay, this Hyper-V manager actually helps you to create a new PHP that we will see to on later. So because first you have to complete that download, because after that download, if you run that executable file, you will get this PHP, okay, which looks like this. It will create that PHP, and it takes time. I think do not hurry. I think close to 20 15 20 minutes it will take to create this file.